Hi everyone, it's me, DJ. I know I said last video blog that I would try to update these as often as I could, but unfortunately I got sick and then the Thanksgiving holiday called Chuseok kind of happened and rolled around, so I went out and then I actually got sick again. And then midterm started coming around, so I had to buckle down and actually start studying and doing work here at Korea. But fortunately enough, I now am finished with most of my midterms. I have 2 take-home papers, but I'll talk more about that at another video from my own perspective of academics. But this video that I will be presenting on is actually my friends from Global Links talking about their experience here academically at Korea University. So I hope you enjoy, and thanks for watching.
My name is Megan Kelly. I currently am from Western Washington and I go to Sweetbriar College in Virginia, and I study German language and literature.
My name is James Saha. I'm from Grand Rapids, Michigan. I'm studying English education, linguistics.
My name is Chris. I'm from Washington, D.C. I'm studying finance.
My name is Erica. I'm from Dallas, Texas, and I'm studying psychology.
I'm Alex. I'm studying math and computer science, and I'm from the University of Minnesota.
Because my home university is an all-women's college in the middle of nowhere. So for me, I feel KU is much more of a traditional university feel.
That they speak Korean here, and that it's a lot bigger campus.
It's a lot more competitive, for sure.
Teachers and students are a lot more serious about school.
But KU is really hard to register at, and you may not get into the classes that you want. But as far as structure goes, the technology is a little bit off. They don't really have Wi-Fi in certain places, and people can't connect to stuff. But it seems like a really organized school for domestic students, not really international students.
Class is German pop culture. I have a German professor and I'm the only foreigner there, so it's a really unique experience to talk about another culture that isn't mine or Korean culture with Koreans.
This is Principles of Language Assessment. It's a small class, so it's kind of nice. There's only like 9 or 10 students in it, so it's easy for the teacher to give individual attention if necessary. It's also applicable to my future job of teaching. It helps not only with designing assessment, but also evaluating other assessments.
This has to be health psychology, maybe because the professor is new, but he's really passionate, and you can tell he really loves his subject, and the students are really interactive in the class.
My favorite class is actually outside of my major. It's called New Media, and it's basically a class where we talk about like traditional media like newspapers and TV versus new media like online and mobile sources.
The fact that I have to remember that I do get credit for them, so that I need to study for my classes other than for Korean language, because I just like to think this is fun time.
Also using Cupid instead of, like, my home university uses a system called Blackboard. I know a lot of other universities use it, but Cupid's kind of strange. Like, a lot of my teachers have me upload like presentations or essays to it, and it requires weird plugins. It's not really fitted for foreigners, I guess.
The professors are not so great at English, and so they have a lot of difficulty trying to convey their thoughts on concepts, and so it requires a lot of studying beforehand to actually understand what they're saying.
The professors don't really give us a time to discuss certain topics, especially in psychology where there's a lot of controversial issues and things to talk about.
All my classes are just a lecture, and that kind of hurts productivity for me because I'm used to having a TA in a small group that I can talk to, or talking to the professor in general. Some of these classes are pretty big, so you don't get a lot of student-professor or student-TA interaction, and a lot of the TAs don't speak very good English, so in a class like I'm taking a numerical analysis course in my math major, and I'm not very good at it, and I'm really struggling, but my TA doesn't really speak English, so I'm relying on other students who speak English, and my home university's professors to help me through it.
If you're a German major and you have interest in Korean language and culture, I so recommend it because it's so easy to get in classes. You have everyone who's interested in you as a tutor if you have a slightly higher level than them, and I think you can can meet a lot of interesting people outside of the traditional Korean culture groups.
Anyone studying English education, especially if you want to teach abroad, I'd say study abroad in the country, like I'm doing, to get a feel for the country, the people, to see if you really want to go there to teach. Also, just English education in general, I'd recommend studying abroad. Just see what else is out there, what the students are going to be like that you're going to have.
You have to be really competitive. There's always a lot of students who are trying to get ahead, and so in order to stay on the same level, you always have to be working twice as hard as they are.
Definitely be focused.
You have to think, like, when you take calculus or something else in your home university, you know, everybody takes it and everybody kind of does about the same unless you're exemplary. Here, if you want to do well in math, you need to be well versed on everything you've ever learned in math, regardless of how difficult it was, because even if KU says this class really isn't intended for math majors in the US may still struggle with it as...
So thank you, Global Link friends, for helping me film this video. So depending on, you know, what school you came from, what kind of student you are, even what your major is, you can have a totally different experience here at Korea University. But there are some common trends, especially, for example, with English. And I have mentioned before, feel free to check out my Twitter account, which I seem to update more often other than these video blogs. My Twitter account's at MissDJ, and then also feel free to check out my written blog, which I haven't written anything because I'm really busy with school. But don't worry, I will try my best to actually write a sentence or two, or even post a video that I've seen that I thought was really funny other than Gangnam Style. So that's it for now, and check out for the next video blog. Bye!